For more than a century, the Women's International Zionist organization known as WIZO has been at the forefront of transformative social initiatives empowering the most vulnerable in Israeli society, including women, children, and at-risk youth. This year, the New York branch of WIZO held its annual Children for Our Children fashion show, raising money for their numerous centers here in Israel. I was at the event in New York. Here's more in this next report. A day of hope, pride, and Zionism. The 29th annual Women's International Zionist Organization's children's fashion show in New York City brought everyone to their feet.
When we started planning this fashion show was right after October 7th, and we decided that the theme was going to be Israel. So the decor is Israel. The children usually get their outfits in different stores. This year, they're all wearing blue and white. We feel the spirit of Israel, and we are acknowledging our long table, and it's very emotional for me.
Everyone's feeling closer to Israel more now than ever before. We've never seen in our time a unity of the Jewish people around the world, really, and it really feels that much more important and connected and meaningful.
This year's theme, Passport to Israel. And these kids are filling big shoes, continuing generations of legacy of WIZO women.
I grew up my whole life with my mother as part of WIZO. I started Teen WIZO when I was 13 years old, a chapter in New York City, so I've been doing WIZO probably as long as I can remember. When my children walked was a very special moment for me because that was really third generation for our family.
I'm so proud of you because you are making it possible by being here today.
And Evelyn Sommer, WIZO USA's founding president, is quelling about the young activists and volunteers carrying the organization into the future.
For WIZO to continue doing the same work that it has been doing for the last 103 years.
What's unique about WIZO is the fact that it's a worldwide, global, super active, feminist Zionist organization, and that's our DNA. We're really everywhere. We're 40 centers around Israel that provide services to the communities, and we're very much embedded in Sderot. We have 3 bulletproof daycare centers, and we have a big community center. We just returned there.
WIZO is one of the world's largest and most well-established women's nonprofit organizations.
First of all, it's very important to understand that it's an organization that made mostly of volunteers, women for women. And this year, obviously, for obvious reasons, it's much more important to show support to Israel.
You're really taking care of the youth at risk and people our own age, and that's why ever since I was in my teens, I saw these people in Israel and I said, wow, these are kids that, our lives could have been like that.
The money raised goes to help the most vulnerable in Israel. WIZO believes in empowering all children and women to become productive members of Israeli society. WIZO programs include 167 daycare centers serving 12,000 children under the age of 3, 5 youth villages, 2 high schools, and 3 vocational schools. WIZO also operates 11 foster homes, 1 post-trauma boarding school, 2 centers for battered women and their children, plus 2 centers for the prevention of domestic violence. There are also 5 centers for at-risk youth.
In the morning, we say, what are we doing for Israel? And when we go to sleep at night, we say, okay, what are we doing tomorrow for Israel? We go, we hang posters, they take them down an hour later, we go and we hang them again.
Kind of feel a little bit helpless here, right? You love Israel, you feel your heart's there, your emotions are there, but we can't do much here.
Advisory board member Paz Friedman and Rising Leaders co-chairs Francis Cohen and Danny Amirian went on a life-changing WIZO mission to Israel a few months ago.
The 3 of us decided we had to go, we had to shed that fear. And what I think happened was when we went expecting to give everybody hugs and console them, but what we got, in fact, was them hugging us and allowing us the strength to come back to New York City.
To Paz's point, going and listening and talking and seeing and hearing, it was more rewarding than I ever could have imagined.
We left knowing that we are doing what we can, and enough of it. Obviously, there's more, but everyone has their roles and this is ours.
It really breaks my heart that this is happening to Israel. And some people are chanting Free Palestine, ceasefire now.
You get scared when you see that?
Yes.
Mireille Manocherian, the co-president of WIZO, has come to Israel several times since October 7th to show support and solidarity, while also being on a mission for the future.
One of my missions as a leader of this organization in the U.S. is to ensure that more people know about WIZO, that more people understand the importance of this organization. And if we do not take care of the people, 10, 20 years from now, we're not going to have a strong country.
In New York, Emily Francis, I-24 News.